Dear Totty Dear Mommy, as I write these words, I'm torn. I'm sad, yet I'm happy. I'm broken, yet I feel whole. I'm hurting inside, but I'm also hurting others. I feel angry, yet peaceful. In truth, I'm just a teenager or young adult dealing with a lot. There are days I feel my entire world caving in. Even though I often put up a very tough facade outside, inside I very often feel anything but tough. My strongest desire is to feel heard, to feel understood. Yet when I try to express myself, I find myself unable to find the words to tell you how I feel. Remember that first night I went to hang out with friends till late? You tried calling me, and I pretended I missed your call. I'm sorry. I saw you calling, but I was feeling good for the first time in months. I knew you would tell me to come home, but I couldn't. After what had happened the past few years, I needed this. You ask, what is this? This is people that accepted me for who I was, even though I didn't know what I was. Over the last few years, so much has happened that I can never tell you. You see, I look like the happy child in school, shiel, or home. It wasn't how it seemed. You see, I started suffering. I wasn't doing well, yet I couldn't reach out for help because the last thing I wanted was to make my problems real. I told myself if I just didn't talk about it, if I ignored it, it will all disappear. But it didn't. It sat inside me and grew. It sat inside me and stifled any bit of joy in my life. Slowly but surely, I found myself less happy. I found myself with no friends I can relate to. I felt isolated from the world. It was months of sitting at home, in my room, staring at the roof, wondering if even one person cared about me. Tonight, I finally built up the courage. I'll go out to the hangout I know you wish I never went to, but for whatever reason, this is the only place I feel welcome tonight. So yes, I see you calling, but I can't pick up. I can't bear the thought to re-enter that loneliness. When I finally do come home and I see you sitting at the kitchen table, I know you have to be up early. I know you would have loved to be sleeping right now. You tell me you stayed up for me, how worried you were. I feel so bad. I know how much you really care, but I need to be me tonight. Unfortunately, with everything that has happened and everything that's going on, I need to feel like I can make my own decisions. I finally found people that aren't judging me, that are accepting me, and I'm so scared you'll take that away. Remember the day I got that new hairstyle? I had thought about it for months. I had finally built up the courage to get it. Now I had a problem. How could I face you? I was so worried before coming home. You weren't happy. You told me it didn't look good. It passt nicht. It was too cool. I know. I knew you wouldn't like it, but I did it for me. It wasn't to hurt you. Every negative word was another thorn in my already broken heart. So instead of telling you how hurt I was, I yelled. I destroyed the peace and hurt all of us in the process. Yelling and screaming was easier than crying. Suddenly, all of my friends were no good. It wasn't always words, but I knew what you thought. They were pulling me down. They were the bad influences. If only I would stop talking to them, everything would be just fine. But these were my friends. They were the only ones I had. It wasn't them that had made me make the decisions I made. It was me making those decisions alone. I was choosing them as my friends and choosing to do the things I did because that's what was finally making me feel good. Then came the inevitable Yiddishai conversation. You told me a nice story, brought me to a local roof. I was told if I only did or followed XYZ, all would be better. But I couldn't hear that. I was dealing with me now. Inside I was hurt and broken. I was trying to fix me. I had no place for anything else. So again I lashed out. I lost myself. I couldn't believe when I was desperately trying to heal myself, you were talking to me about this. I want you to know when I'm healthy, I'll be receptive. I want much of it in my life. Maybe not exactly the way I saw it, but I definitely want it in my life. But I just need to be healthy first. One time you saw me slip something you hold so serious. You realized I wasn't doing something you held so sacred. Then I saw you cry. I'm sorry I hurt you. Then I heard you say how it's your fault. I wish you wouldn't have blamed yourself. It wasn't anything you did that caused me to do it. I felt so guilty. It killed me to know I was hurting you when that was never my intention. So how can you help? You can be supportive, you can be accepting. I don't want to feel like I'm being treated different. Very often, in your desperation to help me, although with good intentions, you started treating me differently. At times you would suddenly get stricter and hold me to tougher standards. At times you were too nice. You would suddenly give me stuff I never asked for or expected you to give me. Somewhere along the way I felt like I became a case. But I'm still the same person I was before all this started. Just treat me like the same child because I still am the same child. Totty Dear Mommy, most of all I'd like you to know how much I love you. I know I haven't been very good at expressing it. I know we fight so much. But in my heart there's only love. I wish and I wait for the day our relationship only shows that love. I know how much you care for me and I appreciate it so much. Right now, I'm not in a place where I can express it, but the love and admiration is always there. Please believe me, and please continue to love me too. All I really want is to be supported, accepted, and loved. I know this may be hard, but please don't worry about me. Give me some space, and don't push me away, and I'll turn out just fine. With a heart full of love, your child. The tefillas of a Yiddish mama, tefillas von a Yiddish tate, it's Eltern can Lev Teen. There's nothing more in the world. And I give you all bracha, you should have the strength, and you should see nachas and nachas from all your kids.